Hello, everyone. We're just getting set.
Man, is that kind of like Portugal period the man? Anyway, thank you very much for the follow.
Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, how y'all doing? What is going on with my. Do you like it now? Why? What the hell is going on here? I don't know what's going on here. What's good, Conch? What's good? Yeah, I've been doing some streaming, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but I'm happy to, you know, be home. It was a long trip, really, really awesome trip. Um, but yeah, we're just gonna be talking about it tonight. Japan time, Japan time. Boo doo boo boo doo boo. Do do do. What's going on, Zep? What's happening, my man? Ew ew ew. Give me just a second here. I'm I'm doing good, Zep. Um, it's snowing outside. Um, not a fan of that. Um, but you know, well, I'm okay with snow. What I'm not okay with is all the dumbasses who don't know how to snow. That's kind of the problem is that they don't know what the hell they're doing. But yeah, you should send. Also, I'm trying to send snow to you, but unfortunately, sometimes it just doesn't happen. Why can't I go up? Okay, cool. Got a little here, but not. Yeah, yeah, Wisconsin, is it's not gonna be bad, but I know that in Illinois they're getting wrecked up there. Yeah, that's very true. Let's see. All right, Birdling, you ready to start the show? I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, let's try. Let's see if I got this right. Ready? Nope. Nope. Yep. Hooray! We did it! Yay! We're in a split screen. Birdling is in. I don't. What are you gonna call it? What are you gonna call your area?
I don't know, my office, my
Fair enough.
den.
Fair enough. But yeah, yeah, she's got a gaming computer. She's got the means to never leave anymore. So look at that smile. Look how happy she is about that. But yeah, she's got her wine, and yeah, we're here to talk about our trip. Yeah, Burnling. I know this was a trip, one of the trips of all time for you. Talk to me a little bit before we go into the nitty gritty. Yeah, I know, I loved it. So
Oh yeah, I loved it, obviously. The food was the highlight, as we all knew it would be. Yeah, so this is your bedroom when you were here.
Yeah, it's been converted to an office. Well, it's been an office, but it's officially converted into a complete gaming room full of Stardew Valley and woodland creatures and creature comforts and all that stuff. What's good, Poultry Man? What's good? How y'all doing? But yeah, the trip was brutal, and then it wasn't, and then it was brutal again. Um, I hated everything about both flights, but I got to experience some really awesome things. I know we both saw some things that we never thought we'd see, and yeah, we're just here to talk about it, here to answer your questions. So just you know, start talking when you want to start talking. But we're good, Poultry Man. What's going on with you? Hope you're doing well tonight. But we're gonna see if I can do this right. So, the first thing to talk about, and Byrdling will definitely speak to their experience, was the flight. Here, this is me not happy about the flight, but I was okay. What was your experience with the flight, Byrdling? Like, how did you feel about it?
It was miserable. It was totally miserable. I feel bad complaining because we literally flew halfway around the world in like 20 hours, which would have been unthinkable, 100 years ago. So I feel bad complaining, but yeah, it was miserable.
Yeah, it was definitely not fun because the first leg, it was 13 and a half hours. But the first part of it was we were in Detroit for seven and a half hours until our flight. I mean, the Detroit airport was really nice. What do you think?
Yeah, it was fine. It was better than I expected. It wasn't O'Hare, and that is the important part.
Yeah, O'Hare was absolute stains. We will get to our favorite meals, throughout the course of the show because, yeah, we had some really, really great meals. I can't complain. And the first great meal that we had was here. This was the first restaurant we went to when we touched down. It was a what a Japanese Italian fusion place, right?
Yeah, we didn't really have many options because we got in so late, but we were starving, of course, because we weren't on Japan time yet. So we just wandered around until we found this like adorable little bistro. It's really nice.
Yeah, and we committed the cardinal sin. I felt the cardinal sin of going right before they closed, but they're like, no, no, it's totally cool. It's totally okay. And I was like, okay, I guess. And I didn't take any pictures because we were just talking, and I got a beer. My friend Kitty, you'll see him in just a second. Kitty and I, we it was like beers for like $3. Like that was my first experience. It's just like, hey, everything's really cheap over here, and what did we get? We got like charcuterie and like meat, right?
Yeah, grilled beef. I got wine.
Mm, yeah, I forgot the grilled beef was like fucking out of this world. It was like they're like, yeah, we're gonna give you 6 pieces of beef for like $40, and it was like probably maybe the best beef we had, like pretty damn close, you know. But yeah, the salt on it was really good. Oh, that's what really completed it. The salt was so good. But yeah, here's my friend Day or Kitty. That's I hadn't seen him in we hadn't seen him in 3 years since he came to Indy or whatever, you guys know, came to America to see us, and it was really awesome to see him. Like, I didn't know, like, I was really nervous. Um, I was really nervous seeing him again, and I'm sure he knew that, but yeah, it was still really awesome. How would you feel when you saw Kitty again?
I was just exhausted. But he understood because he's made that plane ride before. It was not my best self. Um, yeah, but I was really glad to see him, obviously. I feel like we fell into the familiar old patterns really fast.
Hmm. Yeah, so let's see. So at this place, we got three different charcuterie things. We each got a salad. We each got liquor, and we got this like baller ass meat. All right, see you, Skell. Good seeing you. Goodbye. Um, and it was 10,000 yen, which for you all like money people, that's less than $70. Like getting steak like that, getting all that stuff, I was just like, whoa, dude, that's wild. And you don't tip over there. Don't even think about it. They don't like that shit. Yeah, that was and I'm just like walking by all the different convenience stores, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm I wasn't ready for the trip, and then as I was walking through the town, I was like, okay, it's all hitting me. When did it hit you? When did the trip really hit you, Birdling?
Maybe like a weekend once I got over the jet lag.
Yeah, that jet lag was fucking brutal. Um, I don't drink. Like I don't like drinking. Um, I don't know. It just makes me feel bloated. Makes me feel like shit. I'd much rather vibe, but yeah, drink. I'll have like an occasional beer or two, but like I won't get wasted. I will get very very sleepy. But that was day one, and day one was really cool. But day two we woke up, and um, for you Metal Gear Solid 3 fans out there, I got to find some Calorie Mate block. Calorie Mate is really really good in that game. Restores a lot of stamina and all that. But we went to the 7-Eleven. Now I don't know, what y'all think of 7-Eleven in the states, but 7-Eleven in Japan, yeah, it it completely owns, right, Birdling?
Yeah, 7-Eleven's egg salad sandwich is like my new personality and star sign. It was really good.
I mean, like, I was talking and I was muted because I'm a dumbass. Um, go me. Yeah, but I'm just telling you, like, how cheap it is over there, just to dispel a lot of those. You don't want to eat at 7-Eleven every meal, but you could, and, like, still have a good time. And, like, yeah, it's delicious. $7 for all, like, a bunch of stuff that we got. Amazing. And then we decided to take a walk. This is our view from our hotel down in Shibuya or Shinjuku. We're in Shinjuku, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, we were in Shinjuku, which has the worst train station in the history of existence. I fucking hate that train station. But yeah, this is the elevator down. Really cool. And then we just started walking. Just looking at all the different sights and sounds in Shibuya or Shinjuku, excuse me. Um, Tokyo Chicken Boy, no idea what they serve there, but it looks cool. Yeah, they just have a random garden downtown. It was really pretty, really beautiful. And then my friend Kitty decided to come get us and come join us in the adventures. He really wanted to find the Krispy Kreme, which is in you know Japan, mainly because Krispy Kremes are really really good here, and they're not excuse me, they're not as plentiful as they are in the States. I think there's a place in Japan called Mr. Donut that is like their like Dunkin' Donuts, their Krispy Kreme and stuff. But he really wanted to find this, so pardon me for some of these being blurry, but you know, we walked all over the place to try to find the Krispy Kreme, but we ended up finding it, and god damn, those donuts were good, right, Bird?
Yeah, I think I had like an Earl Grey tea donut. It was fire.
Yeah, it was that one right there, the Earl Grey milk tea cake donut. Yeah, look at these donuts. There's like Nutella donuts. There's cookies and cream. I don't even know what this comb dough is. Cinnamon sugar, strawberry caramel, mango smile. Just a lot of like wild donuts. But yeah, I followed Byrdling and got the Earl Grey tea donut. Unbelievable. Unfucking real. It was it was really really good. It was, yeah. Very glad that I picked that donut. And we were in a little park too that was full of pigeons, squabs wanting to take my um donuts. But yeah, we Kitty asked us what we wanted to do next, and I was like, let's just hit up Akihabara. Let's get that out of the way. So we made it through the train. This is like a building in Shinjuku, which is wild because most of these buildings are pachinko parlors. They love their gambling, but it's not really gambling. But it is. But it isn't. And the trains were really awesome, Bird. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, once we figured them out, they were nice.
Yeah, very fast, very clean, very quiet. I love that. And then we finally made it to Akihabara. Um, I wonder if they like Evangelion here. Are you ever gonna want to watch Evangelion, Bird?
Yeah, after Gundam maybe, and Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, shout outs to the anime club if you're not part of the anime club in the Gremlin Pit, you need to get on that shit cuz we're going to have session 2 of Cowboy Bebop this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we're gonna finish up all the way to the first half of Cowboy Bebop. But yeah, there was a lot of crazy stuff in Akihabara. A lot of weebs. Uh, Too many weebs, I would say. Um, Maid cafes. Those are weird, right?
I don't know. I don't judge people that go to them, but like the idea of interacting with my server more than necessary is nightmarish to me. I've got too much anxiety.
Conch, we watched episodes 1 through 7. So this session will be going through episodes 8 through 13. So, but yeah, there were tons of maids being like, come to our place, buy our shit," and I'm like, 10 years ago I would have. Now this sounds really really unappealing and something I'm kind of not down for. I don't know. I'm just not whatever. How many Discord mod looking weebs were there? Too many, Rick. Too many. You see this guy right here? Yeah. That guy's weebed out for sure. And this guy. But we don't want to talk ill of the dead. Yeah, so there were all kinds of stores, including a place that sold literal, like, nothing but high-end Pokemon cards. Like, that's a first edition Charizard for 400,000 yen, which in regular money would be about 2,800, 2,700. I don't know why they don't have it graded. That's what's wild to me. Why don't they have that shit graded? But whatever. But one of the things I didn't like about Akihabara was how crammed everything was. Like, really steep stairs, not friendly to guys who are 6'1", you know. But what I did like was a place called Super Potato, which had 3 floors of all different kinds of video games. I wanted to steal this Super Mario RPG poster so fucking bad. Like, look how awesome that is. That is amazing. And they had some really awesome old games, like Plock for the Super Famicom. I don't know if you guys have ever played Plock, but Plock rules. And I guess it didn't get a huge release in Japan, so that's why it's 87,000 yen, which is about $600. It's like, jeez. Most places aren't crowded. Like, it's usually like the main intersections that are crowded. But a lot of these different places in Akihabara were crowded. Case in point, I wanted to go to a card store, and God, I went to a card store, and it was the smelliest card store I've ever been to, and it was super closed in and everything. And I was like, I really want some of these foils, but I don't. I'm good. I'm completely good. So I did play a couple rounds of Street Fighter Alpha 1 with my friend. Some of our buttons didn't work. You're just gonna have that. I got to see Solid Snake. That was pretty cool. Mario in the background cheering us on. No, it was butthole and pit smell. Like, if you didn't wash for like a week and decided to go buy magic cards. So, it smelled worse than a Smash tourney. And for you people out there, watch your head. Watch your head. There was a lot of low ceilings and slow feelings. So, watch your head. This is an overpass. I thought it was cool because it looks like the Street Fighter 4 stage called Overpass. So I took a picture of it. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I actually bought a card of Panel de Pon, so poultry, so that was really sweet. But then we went to a place that was a British pub, and it was really good. I got the fish and chips, and a salad with, I don't know, like Russian dressing. Definitely wasn't Thousand Island, but yeah, we got fish and chips and decent tartar sauce. I don't know what's up, Bird, but they love to hold like ketchup hostage.
Yeah, like when you ask for ketchup in the Midwest here, they just bring you like 2 bottles just in case. There, you get like a packet. That's all.
Yeah, they're just like, this is all you get. Tough shit. Deal with it. But after this, we had to make the long trek home, and I was still pretty jet lagged. So like, I was actually like, you know, everybody was having a conversation. I was actually falling asleep at the table. I was so tired. So we did a lot of walking, a lot of exploring. I had a beer here. The fish and chips were killing me. And I just wanted to like go to sleep. But yeah, day 2 was awesome. Even though it smelled like taint everywhere. But, I guess you're just going to have that sometimes. Anything you wanted to say to finish out this day?
Well, just that y'all are probably wondering, like, why are they eating so much non-Japanese food when they traveled all the way to Japan? Two reasons. One is because our friend doesn't come to Tokyo very much, so he was excited to eat foreign food because he always eats Japanese food. And two, it was super interesting to see their take on Western food. Like, it's obviously like similar, but it's not the same, and that was fascinating to me.
It was really cool. I love the interpretations and all. So let me see. Day 3. Day 3 we were by ourselves, so we got to explore a little bit. So this is Byrdling. We were at a place called Jonathan's. So, yeah. Yeah, you're a little wrong if you're anti-ketchup for sure. So Jonathan's, kicked ass. I loved everything about Jonathan's. It was like a little diner. It was a little dumpy. The bathroom situation was not hospitable. I'm being diplomatic. I'm taking a page from you, but what they lacked in cleanliness, we did have a robot. AI is gonna take all our jobs, and this is the start of it. But yeah, it serves like a traditional Japanese breakfast, which I love. Let me see if I can rotate. I love Japanese breakfast. We took a cruise. We've taken a few cruises, and I absolutely love like Japanese breakfast because that's where they had Japanese breakfast there, and couldn't get enough of them. Could not, did not want it to stop. And it was really tasty. Like, again, did I really not take a picture of my meal? What? Okay, well, what this is, it's a salad. There's miso soup. There's some kind of root, right?
I think it was lotus root.
Okay. This is a tuna bowl. And then I got sausage, a Hamburg steak, miso soup, and something else. Oh, and I got all the Coke I could drink. $20. Like, look at that. Tuna in the morning. Birds in heaven. Bird is in heaven. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, seriously, poultry. Like, yeah, like I just do not like American breakfast. Let's carb up and then like pass out for the rest of the day. Nah, that can't be me. I don't want to be that life. But what I do want is, you know, beautiful scenery. This is a nature park, kind of an arboretum, and what's really dope? Wait, did we go to the? We didn't go to the makeup place this day, right?
Sorry, what?
Did we go to the makeup place this day?
I think so.
Okay, because yeah, we took a taxi to this place. First off, the taxis rule. It's like all black cars, all like older men in suits driving you, and like taxis were like $12. It was just like you couldn't beat it. It was really great. Plus, my knee was acting up because of Akihabara and like climbing all those stairs. That really sucked. But yeah, you went to this nature park. It was really cool. There was an interior greenhouse. That was really beautiful. Got to take pictures of trees and of these and trees. Some kind of fruit, no idea. But this tree was amazing. It's so beautiful, but the best part, look at this expanse. I mean, this is like in a city, and people are just out, having picnics, hanging out with their family. It was just, it was really peaceful. What were your takeaways? Bird? Oh, Burling's answering questions. That's all good. You still with me?
Yep, still here.
Okay, what were your takeaways of this nature park?
I don't know about takeaways. I thought it was cool that it used to be somebody's estate. Like, I don't know what family owned it, but it used to belong to some wealthy family and they donated it to the city. So, like, who knows how old those trees were? They're beautiful, though.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Um, yeah, and then I would love to go back there and explore some more. I just want to go back to Japan in general. Um, and then we decided to take one of the more ill-fated, dumb trips. We went to the Pokemon store and the Nintendo store in Shibuya. Yeah, in Shibuya. Um, well, you got a fragrance. Talk to me about that fragrance.
Oh, I don't know if y'all care about this, but my friends and I are really into like niche fragrance houses, and there's this house called Byredo that I've been wanting to try for years, but I refuse to buy their samples because they're so goddamn expensive. And we found a store with that fragrance. They were so nice, they were so helpful, and yeah, spent a lot of money on perfume, but I love it. So definitely going back next time we go to Japan.
Yeah, and I think that if your transactions are above a certain dollar amount, um, since you're a tourist, there's no sales tax. They don't charge you tax on it. Now the catch is that for her fragrance, you can't open it until you get home. They actually put it in a seal, and like have a special tape where it's like if you tamper with it and they catch you, then you have to like pay tax on it or whatever. Um, so this was in a mall in Shibuya where the Pokemon store and all that is. There was a Samurai Champloo pop up store where I actually got four Nujabes vinyl albums, which were really really sick. Um, yeah, really really cool, and I'm very glad that I picked those up. Um, where the hell is this? I think. Oh, this is at the Champloo store. Um, Here's the Nintendo store. Um, so I couldn't really get pictures very well because it was a fucking madhouse. There's like there's like a Sega, there's like other different stores I'll get to, but there's like a Capcom store, which was kind of cool. There's a Sega store, which is really cool. Um, but yeah, there was so many fucking people here. It was it was really overwhelming. Like people screaming. There were like the tourists, of course. Like of course you know the locals. They're very respectful, very kind, very helpful, all that. But yeah, it was horrible. I didn't get very much at the Nintendo store. And I actually got nothing at the Pokemon store because there were people screaming that they couldn't get more than 2 packs of Pokemon cards. Um, just so many things off the shelf. There's the Pokemon Center in the background. Um, yeah, I went in there and I just walked the fuck back out. Like I took a picture of this really cool Mewtwo. Like this is really badass. But I was like, I'm done with this place. I'm absolutely done. I'm hoping that it dies down sometime because I would love to go when it's not just rancid and so many inconsiderate people. But what are you gonna do? But at the end of the day, it was okay because we went to another Italian restaurant. Imagine that. This was Hearth, right?
I don't remember the name.
Fair enough. But this chicken salad was amazing. This lobster and crab cream sauce pasta was amazing. You had some like beef bolognese sauce pasta, right?
Yeah, we learned that they're like all about Italian food there, and they make it really well. It's really good.
Yeah, really, really good. But yep, we were done with day 4 or day 3, and then we moved on to day 4. Oh, day 4 was when day 4 was the makeup day. So here's a squab, another pigeon, and we were walking down this street after Byrdling got so much skincare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just started grabbing stuff. I don't know what it's for, but it looks great. And I was buying for like girlfriends too, obviously. So
Yeah, anyway, she started blasting and just shot the club up. But this was really cool. We were actually going into like the K-town part of the city. There's a lot of like idol, like Korean idols over there. A lot of like K-pop Demon Hunters was like huge, like the biggest thing since sliced bread or the Beatles. I really loved the corridors, like streets off the beaten path, off the main road. Like there's some macarons over here. But the thing that I wish America would step their fucking game up about. Look at that. Look at that. Like I lived inside of a vending machine, it felt like. Like I could not get enough of vending machines. Um I don't know how they're always cold. I don't know how they do it. Um I didn't order a single American drink. I didn't like, you know what? I want a Coke. Coke sounds great. No, like I got like bottles of water, um this tea that I essentially lived off of. Um Coffee drinks, they were so amazing. I loved how not sweet they all were. I loved that. I loved everything about how not sweet everything was. I miss them already. I love their like cash. Um, like Byrdling bought like a little coin purse, and I was like, okay, this coin purse is way too cool. Like I'm gonna carry this coin purse everywhere. I love the coin purse. The coin purse was amazing. It was so great. Um, and then I don't know if y'all know of Hareruya. They are one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Magic the Gathering store. They have a ton of um, different locations and all that. Um, Beautiful selection. They had, they love gambling here, so they had like a whole case where it's like, what I did was I bought a ticket for 10,000 yen, which was about $60. And then what you do is you pull a little pack and you get a little card and it says a letter, and whatever letter it is, you get to go to the showcase and pick out a card from there. Of course, they have ones of different dollar amounts. I picked the 10,000 yen one mainly because there was a card that I wanted, and I'm trying to get English cards. So they had it in Japanese for about $40, but it was like I can spend $20 and get $20 more and get an English one which it would be like the lowest prize to win, or I could just win something better. So it all worked out. It was really cool to go. But yeah, I definitely made my money back on it. But the thing that Byrdling was very excited for. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The best sushi.
Yeah. It just look it was that this was your sushi plate. What was the best thing you had on it?
I always like the salmon and tuna best, but I think the fact that like all of it was like super, super tender and high quality was my favorite thing. Because sometimes like you'll buy sushi here and like some of the fish will be a little tough. It just melted in your mouth. So good.
Yeah, it was really good. And this was mine. I had salmon for days. I didn't realize that this one had cheese on it. They love putting cheese sauce on stuff. I don't know what it is over there. But then this was like a ginger mayonnaise, and then this is eel. I love eel. Kitty's favorite is eel as well. It's just so tasty, so tasty. And what better thing than to wash it down with some Tully's coffee? Awesome. This coffee is really, really good. Can't get enough of it. It's like basically the Starbucks of Japan, except for one thing. They have Starbucks everywhere too, but I like Tully's better. What's next? Yep, so this is a gigantic pachinko parlor. You're like, oh, Evangelion, that's cool. Then this ReZero, and then some other dumb shit I don't recognize. It's like, oh, this is ReZero too. And it's like, nope, it's actually just gambling. This whole building is nothing but gambling. So here's how it works. So, because my friend told me. So, what it is it's like pachinko and like, think of Plinko in Price is Right, except you have like little like metal balls. And what you do is you don't win money, you win tickets to buy prizes, which you then sell back to the place for money. Yeah. It to quote Rick and Morty, that's just slavery with extra steps. You know? It's just, can I just win the damn thing? But apparently there's like some really heavy like anti-gambling laws in Japan. So go figure. Tully's pricing. I mean the thing is it's different because it's like so it'd be like 550 yen over there, which is like $5.50 for them, right? But for us, it's like barely $4. Like it's not even $4. So, yeah. And then we went to an arcade, but we'll get to this. Don't worry, we'll get to that. We went to an arcade. It was pretty cool. They didn't have like actual arcade games, but this was a Taito / Namco arcade. They had a lot of like crane games that I was really mad that I couldn't win a frog. I've always wanted to win something in a crane game for Byrdling, but couldn't do it without probably spending 10,000 yen to do it. Sorry, Byrdling. Love you.
It's okay. I think that's the point. Is you have to spend 10,000 yen to get it.
Hey, you know, like Jet says in Cowboy Bebop, if you want to receive, you have to give. There's a couple of Gundam games. Those were pretty cool. Gundam game, yay. But at the end of the day, we went to a darts bar. That was a lot of fun. A lot of people love darts. It's actually like pretty big here in Japan. They have their own circuit and everything. And I think the top player in Japan in that circuit actually gets a an entry into the World Championship, which is happening starting next week. So it's pretty sweet. And then here's the end of it. This was us at the darts bar, and yeah. Day 4 was fun. Day 4 was good. Basically, this was kind of more of a rest day. Day 5. But here's some of the swag I got from the Nintendo store. This is pretty simple. This is a Paper Mario paper bag. This is Captain Toad. This is the bag that it all came in. This is a tote bag with a drawstring rupee bag, which is really sweet. And then here's the Nujabes albums that I got. So, really, really sweet. But this day was kind of a rest day. Mainly because we were so fucking tired. And also, we had to get the last person to the show. So we had to go get them. So we came in to Haneda, right? We came in from Haneda Airport, right?
Yeah.
So we had to pick them up from Narita Airport. So imagine that, like, in the center of, think of it as a triangle. So you have here. I'm gonna do this. Can I draw? Can't you draw on this thing? You could draw. I don't know. So imagine, like, here is Narita Airport. This is where our friend's staying. And then down here is Haneda Airport. So it took us a great while to get to the airport. And we actually, what we did was, we actually left. Yeah, didn't we? Yeah, we left our place and went to the next, what's it called? The next hotel. So I was really tired. Byrdling was really tired. We missed a train. They're like, you can make the train. And it's like, no, we can't. So, you know, we missed our train, but that's okay. But it's okay because Mario is here to greet us at Narita Airport. Very touristy. So, like, I guess Haneda is the airport, like a business airport. And then Narita is the weeb airport. So many weebs. It was like fucking like overrun with it. But it's okay because we went to Yoshinoya, which is a sushi restaurant where they bring it out on conveyor belts for you. It was so much fun. We got to meet a couple of Kitty's, another couple that Kitty knows. Basically had like kind of like a pseudo double date. Got to know each other. It was really cool. So you got to order your food on this like it's like tablet, and then they make it for you and they bring it out. So cheap. Like this is like braised short rib with Japanese mustard. Berlin got so much seafood, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there's like udon noodles here. What is this? This is avocado, salmon, and lettuce, onions with mayonnaise. They love mayonnaise over there. This is steamed pork rib with mayonnaise on it again, and then pudding. Yay, pudding! Pudding was so good. Oh my god, it was so delicious. And then shoutouts to Legend of Legaia and the point card. You know, if you know Legend of Legaia, you know the point card. You know what's up. But yeah, day 5 was a lot of travel. It was just really tiring, but that's okay. Because day 6 we got up and we went to breakfast, which was on the 9th floor of the hotel, and this is the view from our hotel of Ashikaga, which is in Tojiki Prefecture in Japan. And this is where Kitty lives. Um, yeah, had a traditional Japanese breakfast. What did you think of the view?
Beautiful. Like when we were driving in, I could see that there were mountains, like I could see the vague outline, but I didn't know how mountainous it was there. It was beautiful. They're not super tall. Like there were a few snow-capped peaks, but they were more like the Smoky Mountains where they were like covered in trees. And the further along it got in the season, the more like fall colored they were. It was really beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous there, and of course, yeah, just the mountains are so But of course, what Japanese breakfast wouldn't be complete without a picture? Like it was just unbelievable. It's just hash browns, sausage, bacon, mackerel, salad, curry with rice, miso soup, water. It was just Japanese know how to do it. They really know how to do it. Um, but of course, Byrdling can't survive on this alone. She needs coffee and dessert. So we went to this little cafe in Ashikaga. Our friend knows the owner. He basically knows every single person there. So I got this. This was New York style cheesecake with a little caramel drizzle. Byrdling, of course, got the tiramisu because of course she did. Because why wouldn't you? I mean, look at that. It was good too. It was like a chocolate crust and everything. Um, and the drinks, like look at these glasses. Ugh, glasses were so awesome. I loved everything about these glasses. Didn't you?
Yeah, the whole cafe had like the vibe of your grandma's house when you just stop in. It was very like low key, like mismatched glasses, homemade desserts, homemade coffee. Like the owner was happy to see us. Very cute.
Yeah, and we actually met Kitty's partner there for the first time. So we actually got to meet her and talk with her. It was really cool, and like I'll say this, it was really cool. I had never, I didn't, I was not expecting everyone there was um so kind. Like even though like I didn't know what the hell the guy was saying, like the owner was saying, I kind of was picking up what he was talking about, and he didn't know a fucking lick of English, and that didn't matter because like he was just very nice and very appreciative and wasn't like, fucking American gaijin, whatever. Yo, what's good, Deagle? You gotta leave. All right, man. Take it easy. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. We'll talk soon. Cage, I did not try natto. They had it at breakfast at the hotel, but I didn't have it. But I'm gonna grab a drink real quick, Birdling. But talk to like, how did you feel about like just the hospitality of everyone there, like, and how just absolutely like accommodating and kind everyone was?
Um, I don't know what they were saying about us when we couldn't understand, but they everybody acted so nice. Like so kind and so understanding when we couldn't speak English. I mean, especially in Tokyo because they expect that you're, or sorry, couldn't speak Japanese, especially in Tokyo because they just kind of expect a lot of foreigners to be there. But I really thought that when we went out to the countryside in Ashikaga, that people would be more frustrated that we couldn't speak much of the language. And they just weren't. They were so kind and so understanding. It was really surprising to me, I guess, because the only other experience I have of going outside the continent is in Europe, and like I don't know, in like Italy especially, people are just assholes to foreigners. But it wasn't anything like that. Like nobody's rolling their eyes at you or whatever. They're just very kind and helpful. Like we were going to the laundromat. We had to do laundry one time, and we were just looking at our phone trying to find the laundromat. This kind old woman just stopped. We didn't ask for her help, but she just stopped and she's like, "Oh yeah, like come with me, come this way to the laundromat." It was so cute.
Yeah, I was completely taken aback by just yeah, I was just absolutely floored by their hospitality and just how gracious everyone was. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Um
it was very cute.
let's see. Not
I keep
Cage
saying
Man.
things are cute, but it was. It's just like really pleasant. I didn't expect that. Not that I think that people are unkind to foreigners. I know that there's a lot of anti-foreigner sentiment going on in Japan from our friend telling us about it, but yeah, people were just shockingly kind.
Let's see. Not Cage Man asks, were people everywhere mostly like that, being nice? I'm trying to convince my mother-in-law to go, and she is worried about not being a belt to communicate. Oh, that not being able to communicate. Yeah, everyone was extremely nice. Like we didn't know what the fuck was going on. We didn't know like any Japanese. We knew a little bit. Um, so as long as you're giving off an appearance of like trying to understand and like not being like, you know, like I'd like they know coffee is how they'd say it, but it's like, I want a sandwich, and it's like what, like if they don't understand you, like the thing not to do is be like I want a sandwich. It's like that's just the what not to do 101. But like if you're like kind and you're respectful and just being like a decent fucking person, like they'll play ball with you. Like they'll totally like cuz they want to learn too. Like, it's really something. So like um and Poultry Man asks, I've always wondered, how do tourists go about their day when you have a hard time speaking their language? Like, how do you ask your order at a restaurant? You just point at things. Yeah, there's a lot of pointing. There's a lot of pointing. Um, Especially in Tokyo. Now, in Ashikaga is a little bit different because they're not as exposed to English speakers. Because it's Ashikaga is about 2 hours north of north of Tokyo, so like we're um, getting more into like the countryside. Yeah, yeah. I'll definitely get to Deagle. Deagle's um got the right notes. But yeah, Google Translate is your best friend. Um, kind of like pointing is your best friend. There's like I think the most helpful thing for me personally were signs that just said toilet. I'm just like, yep, I know what that is. I know exactly where to go. It's like exactly. It's just really awesome. Deagle says, also maybe here's some more about this. Like, yeah, like onegaishimasu, arigatou gozaimasu. Like just being very respectful, bowing. Like yeah, it's just it goes a long way. It goes a really long way. Um, but yeah, after that, we took a couple of pictures of like the place. Here's just some random house that I walked by. That was dope. And then this place, Komeda Coffee. Talk to me.
It's God tier. It's God tier. It's cheap. The portions are huge. Like think American portions, but like multiply that by 50%. And the food's just outstanding.
Yeah, this is like another diner chain. Now this is a burger, and like the burgers like aren't like the burgers here in America. Like these burgers taste more like Salisbury steak. Like they're much more savory. They usually have what's called a demi-glace sauce on it. Um, and they make that bread. They make that shit in house. That is like some fucking baller bread. It is so good. Um, I'll get to what the worst thing was. I There's only one thing I didn't like, and I will get to that. But I went. So when we came back from here, we had Thanksgiving dinner with Byrdling's parents, and when I ordered my Coke, I ordered it with lemon. And let me tell you something. Yeah, Coke with lemon, fucking amazing, so good. First off, it cuts away the general sweetness of Coke, which I used to like. Now I'm not. Now I'm kind of bearish on it, and it gives it a really nice lemony taste. You think ordering water with lemons a fucking flex? No, try Coke with lemon. That's a real flex. Yeah, and the coffee was great too. Everything was great at Komeda Coffee. I've got pictures. We went there 2 more times. It gets better every time. But we stopped by our friend's apartment. He's got a little. Oh no, this was at Komeda Coffee, but the new star of the show. Say hello to Charlie. Charlie is such an adorable cat. He is every woman. He was supposed to be named Waffle in honor of mine and Byrdling's cats, which are all named after 6-letter foods. But Kitty's partner was like Charlie, and so it's like, okay, I guess you're Charlie now. What were your thoughts on Charlie?
He was so cute. He was like an adolescent. If anybody's had a pet, they're not like a baby where they're like shy and cute and like sleep all the time, but they're not an adult where they're calm. They're just like a complete menace. That's what Charlie was. I loved him, but I didn't have to live with him. But I loved playing with him.
Yeah, that's fair for sure. But yeah, we went out and got some golf balls that both dads didn't want, which was brutal. This was the night where we had dinner with Kitty's dad and stepmom. And Charlie was cool, and this is them. Wedding pictures. We'll get to that. But it was a really cool night outside, and we went to this bar, and we found out of Kitty's partner's love of French fries. Anywhere that has French fries, she wants them. Wants them really bad. Which I thought was hilarious. And, speaks to Byrdling's love of French fries as well. Also, Bird, shoutouts to the buzzer at like every single restaurant.
Yeah, have you ever gone to a restaurant and had that awkward experience where like you need something but you don't want to bother the server, so you kind of wait until it feels like they're ready, but you're not sure and you feel terrible. Here you just buzz it. You just hit the button and they come when they're able and you don't have to bother anybody or talk to anybody, which is great.
Yeah, I loved that. And like basically every restaurant had that. But we can go over this stuff a little quick. These are obviously French fries. These are dumplings. They're dumplings. Here's another more Japanese mustard. And there's this like fruit puree sauce that was really really good with the dumplings. This is fried garlic. That was really cool. You eat it everything, the garlic greens and all, really tasty. This was just a bunch of random shit. Like this was gyoza fried rice in this pot right here. This is like stewed or like marinated spinach, which I didn't like. That's not. It was okay, It definitely was not the thing that I hated. I'll tell you the one thing I hated. This was like a little like miso ginger soup. These were like cheese croquettes. So good. They had tartar sauce and this like demi-glace sauce as well. But the thing that I like, so I tried not to be a tourist. You know, my brother told me, he's like, the way you can tell who's a tourist and who isn't is who looks up. It's like if you're looking up at the buildings and seeing how tall they are, you're a tourist. Now, of course, I'm already looking like a tourist because I'm a white dude in Japan. But let me tell you something. There was one time, maybe twice, maybe, but there was one thing that I completely marked out for. So, this is a fish. And this fish, we didn't know this was coming. Kitty's partner ordered it for us. And they killed this fish and filleted it and brought it out for us to have sushi while the thing's still breathing. Or I guess trying to breathe. And I flipped out. And I was like, what is going on here? I'm like, this is incredible. I'd never seen anything like it. And the fish, I love salmon. I don't know. This is probably one of the best fish I've ever tasted. What about you?
No, it was good. I was a little horrified, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we told Kitty's partner that we love sushi, obviously, because we're in Japan and there's so much sushi and it's delicious. So she's thinking, oh, I'll just order them the freshest sushi that ever was. Like it was literally killed 5 minutes ago. So it comes out. I am horrified, but this is like the cutest, sweetest human that I've ever met, and I'd rather jump in the river that you saw in one of those pictures than offend her. So like, of course I eat the fish, and of course it's delicious. But yeah, that was an experience for sure.
Yeah, and, you know, I marked out so hard for it that the owner of the bar, here, I'll show you the owner of the bar was like, hey, come here, I want to show you something. And they're like we were sitting in like this area and maybe like 25, maybe 20 feet away. He's like, yeah, here's the tank where the fish lives, where we killed it and, you know, gutted it and gave it right to you. I was like, damn, dude. That's fucking hardcore, man. It was awesome. It was really, really awesome. I have no idea what that is. Oh, that's the tank of fish. I guess I didn't get a very good picture, but yeah, here's the fish. There they are. And then we walked home. And that was day 6. Got a lot of days to go. I don't know what else. Oh, this is the big one. This was the big day. I didn't take hardly any pictures leading up to this because this is the ceremony day. This ceremony was really awesome. I didn't realize, you know, because we were like, oh, I don't need to bring a suit, you know, like, we're just going to be casual, because that's what Kitty was like, yeah, it's going to be kind of casual, and no, everybody was suited up. I was like, whoa, I'm severely underdressed. And then Byrdling comes out looking like Rulina Peacecraft in the blue dress, and I'm like, yeah, I've got the prettiest girl in the room by a significant margin. Right?
I'll take your word for it. You're very sweet.
Thank you, appreciate that. But yeah, it was beautiful. All kinds of hors d'oeuvres. The food, amazing. So awesome. Yeah, chocolate fountain. Never had a chocolate fountain. Would never eat from a chocolate fountain. Even though, like, nobody's gonna fuck up in there. Would just rather not. But all the food was great. So I wanted to go into, you know, a little bit about my friend. You know, like, I've known him since junior high, and, We used to play Magic in the public library for ante, essentially. Like we would put up cards, and we would play poker in college, play poker in high school. It's just it's just wild. Like it's like my economics teacher in high school was like, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. And of course that prick gets proven right more and more. Especially because like if I didn't know Kitty, it's possible that I never would have made it to Japan. um I would have I would have wanted to go, but it's like, no, this guy's like, even though he got married already, it's like, this is like the official like christening of the marriage, and yeah, he's he's a special person in my life, mainly because, with the exception of Bird, um, he's the only person that I talked to from high school, and real talk, like, we butted heads a lot. He was kind of a dick sometimes. I was kind of unreasonable sometimes. Um, he knew what the fuck was up in life way earlier than me, at a time when nobody but me wanted to hear it, and everybody thought he was an asshole. And it's like, no, actually, you guys suck. You guys suck. Um, and he's just, he's just one of the coolest people I've ever met, I've ever known. And, I'd love to host him again if he ever wants to come to the United States. I totally get if he doesn't. But, yeah, well, Poultry, right now it's 5 a.m. over in Japan, so, and he's got to work tomorrow, so, he's on that sleep life. But, Bird, go ahead, and if you want to, talk about Kitty at all.
Yeah, sorry. It's not that I'm not sure what to say because I don't like him. It's just like it's really cool. He's right. Like we have gotten closer over the years. We used to not get along at all, to be completely frank, but he's just a really kind person. You meet a lot of nice people, you don't meet a lot of kind people. And he's like innately kind. Even when it's not very nice. And I really appreciate that about him because it takes guts. Like people will dislike you if you are kind but not nice. Like if you point out flaws that like someone really needs to be have pointed out. Most of us don't have the guts to do it. I don't, but he does, and I really appreciate that about him.
Does this mean that because he said that you're Moose, it means you're Dean and he's Sam?
TBD. We'll discuss and get back to you.
Yo, what's good, Cozy? What's good? Good to see you, man. We're just talking about the wedding and stuff. But, yeah, everything was really beautiful there. I just took some pictures of, things. Yeah, so they had, bottles of liquor ready for you to drink. Basically, they had it, cold and ready for you, because when the two come in, you have to like toast them. The Coca-Cola bottles are not Coke. That's actually Coke branded oolong tea, which I did not know until, was it he sang? What was the guy that sat next to you?
You saying? Yeah.
Hugh sang. That's right. So the table consisted of Kid and his partner at the top, and then there were 6 chairs down. So the next chair was the dad's. The next chair was his stepmom and her mother. The next one was he sang, right?
Yeah.
He sang, and her brother. And then the next one down was Byrdling and her grandfather. The next one down was me and her grandmother. And then the last seat was Asylum and uh, her aunt. So we were actually at like the main table, which it's a big honor. It was really really special, and I don't know if I have a picture of it, but he actually does. I'll show you the cake. He actually feeds us cake, as like our part of the ceremony, because he feeds us a piece of cake basically as like we are his honored friends, and that I just thought that was really special and really like I just feel eternally grateful and honored to be that. But yeah, they had a little slideshow. It was sweet. It was awesome. People were crying. Babies cried. Dogs cried. Cats didn't cry because they don't have feelings. And then here they came. They came out, and they were very happy. She was really happy. She was very happy. He was like, "What's up?" And yeah, they just had a really great time. And the food was amazing. Like, the atmosphere was really great. He had to drink a bunch of liquor from this like Galadriel's like looking thing. What is that? Galadriel's thing.
With the mirror?
Yeah. He basically drank from Galadriel's mirror, which was really cool. And then they like brought us these like hors d'oeuvres. This was like, let me see if I can remember. This is like broiled shrimp with baguette, and then another like shellfish with oranges, and then like roast beef with a gherkin, and then like a plum, a Japanese plum. So, yeah, that was really cool. And then this is what I got. There was more stewed meat, don't know, more hors d'oeuvres, roast beef. Yeah, just amazing stuff. And this is them cutting the cake. Now, strawberries are like a big thing in this section of Japan. So, and didn't know this. Excuse me, but strawberries are actually a winter food. Like a winter crop. So, they're very, very abundant here during the winter time. There was ceremonial cutting of the cake. And this, like, saber was, like, one in the family where, like, her parents cut the cake with that. So, that was really cool. But the coolest part of the whole ceremony was that, my friend, Kitty, told everybody that there was a band that was going to be performing. And in true Duke Silver fashion, didn't tell hardly anybody except us. He's the lead singer. And there's the dad that looks like Donald Sutherland. But yeah, those are his friends. This guy right here, the main guitarist, he actually owns a bar that we actually went to for the after party and a couple of times after that. Really, really cool dude. I didn't get to really meet the bassist or the drummer, but yeah, my friend is a singer in like this like cover band, and they were doing Green Day and Sublime, and there was this Japanese like punk song that they did, and here he goes, and everybody is just like having a good time, even though they probably don't know what the hell he's saying in English. We're having a kick-ass time. This is probably one of my favorite pictures, just because I'm like getting down in a spot where I never ever get down, and yeah, he's just rocking out. They're all rocking out. Yeah, she's rocking out. Everybody's just having a really really good time. Is this the end of the? Yeah. And then afterwards we went to we walked to the reception, but we were like really really tired. And then we went home. But so you don't give gifts in these kinds of ceremonies. You actually essentially pay like an entry fee to get in, and that's to help offset the cost for the wedding couple, which I think is really really smart. I really like that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we should totally start that in the United States. Um, because our tradition right now is to give the couple gifts to start their household, which is it's smart, but most people already live together now when they get married. Like that's just the custom for most people. So it would be better for the couple to like set them up to pay for their wedding and like send them debt free into their new married life.
Yeah, so this is day 8. This is another kind of like dirtle around and kind of relax. Um, I couldn't help but take another picture of a vending machine because these machines are the sickest thing ever. I love these vending machines. Shout outs to this water right here. I love that water. We haven't gotten to my drink yet, babe, but we'll get to it eventually. But yeah, another kind of dirtle day. Very very nice. Charlie looking adorable as usual. Um, my friend got me a Char bar. I still have the wrapper. It was delicious. It was a I'm trying to remember. It was like a strawberry like shell with strawberry crumblies with like vanilla ice cream. Delicious. The vending machines are looking so good because they are so good. It's like $1 for a bottle of water. Like here, it's like $4 and a punch in the face. It's like, what a piece of shit. But we were really tired, and then my friend said, "You know what? We should go have all you can eat grilled meat." Um, I can tell you that in my old age, I can't really do buffets. I can't really do that kind of stuff. But I'm sure Byrdling can tell you. Um, I fucking got down at this place.
Yeah, you murdered completely.
Yeah, it's another one of those like I think it was like they give you a clock. It's like you get 90 minutes. All you can eat. Um, you just keep going. You just keep going. And Kenny's partner was like the grill master. So good at grilling all the meats. So good at like keeping things going.
Well, she used to be a hibachi chef. Like that was literally her job.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Um, I had melon soda for the first time, and I need to know where I can get it. It's just, it's so fucking good. I don't like eggs. I had fried rice with a raw egg in it. Oh, oh my god, unreal, unreal. Um, so about 80 minutes and 4 melon sodas in, and I was dead. I was absolutely dead. Um, I didn't get a sloppy, unfortunately. Yeah, so the Japanese love using words that maybe they don't know that it sounds bad, but they had this. I was almost there, Birdling. I was about 5 minutes away from.
You were close.
Yeah, I wanted another steak, but I couldn't do it. But yeah, they had this ice cream called the Sloppy. It was essentially like an Oreo Blizzard, but they called it a Sloppy. I don't know why. But it was really good looking. I didn't have one. I had like a little like soft serve ice cream, which was Really, really good. What was the best thing you had at this place?
I don't remember. I do remember ordering fries though, because Kitty's partner was there and she loves fries. What I really love about these places is like like when you're in America, there's like the main course, the starch, and the vegetable. You have like three things for most meals. Maybe you'll have an appetizer, maybe a dessert. At these meals, it's like you just order small plates and you keep ordering until you're done. Like no matter if you're ordering off of a tablet, which a lot of them do, or if you're interacting with a server, like you just keep ordering until you're done, which is great. Like there's no leftovers because you just order what you need.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave. It was so delicious. Um, that's really the main thing about this day. It's just another lazy day. Really nice. But this next coming day, um, might have been the best day of the whole trip. Actually, yeah, I can probably say this was probably the best day of the entire trip. Bird already knows why, but yeah, I think this was without a shadow of a doubt the best day. So, um, we wanted to go to an onsen really bad, and um, it's a fun thing, and it's kind of a big deal, um, in Japan, because what Japanese really like to do is relax, um, like when they're able to, and when they relax, they really fucking do it in style. Um, so this onsen was 2 hours away from us. We had to drive there in order to get to it. Um, it's in the mountains, and um, just really beautiful scenery, but also you definitely miss some of the creature comforts that you're used to. Um, like when we were in Tokyo, like the bathrooms were like really beautiful, really clean. The bidets were amazing. But as you get out in the country, it becomes much less so. But, I would trade that for how beautiful the mountains were, how beautiful the trees are, how beautiful Byrdling is. Um, just look at these mountains. Just absolutely glorious. And what's really fun about this is that there was like a whole ass like the rest stops here are godlike, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, there's like literally fresh flowers in one of the rest stops that we had. Like you think in the United States, like you stop at a rest stop and you just kind of pray that you don't get a disease. Here they're like immaculately clean with fresh flowers and they smell amazing and they have cute little shops to go with them. I loved it.
Yeah, this particular rest stop had like three or four food trucks. But we went inside and got like we went to the bakery. So this is melon bread, um, which is oh so good. The walnut really did it. This is like a cheesecake tart, which is oh so good. But here it is. You all get to see it. This I lived off fruits iced tea for literally the entirety of the trip. I drank this more than water. I this was like if you've ever watched Futurama, this was essentially my anchovies. I basically drank this out of existence. Like, we brought home 5 things of this. They were gone. I couldn't resist how delicious they were. Um, I'm sorry to put you through my love affair of fruits iced tea, Burling. Um, yeah, like it wasn't sweet, and it was just it was every woman. Um, yes, I did drink one of the last fruits iced tea that I had. Unfortunately, they do not make it in America. They do not so I basically have to wait until I go back in order to have it. But it was so delicious. I miss it dearly. I miss everything about it. It was it was unbelievable. Um, isn't it just unsweet tea? It's just barely sweetened, but it's sweetened with like the citrus of like the orange. It's so good. Um, I looked it up. Unfortunately, Poultryman, there's no way to import it. Like, it is it is a Japan exclusive beverage, and it kills me to know that. But what are you gonna do? You know. Well, I guess what we're gonna do is take all our clothes off and go into a hot spring. Um, this is the special onsen town. Um, not counting our friend Kitty. Um, we were the only 2 white people there that I saw, and our other friend Asylum. We were the only white people there because that's what I loved about the countryside. There were no fucking weebs out here to make it be like, can you tell me what this means? And can you? No, we're just like, hey, we know not to fuck up in here. We're being very respectful. Everybody else is being respectful, and the onsen, uh, amazing. Yeah, like before we talk about the first onsen, here's the hey Narina, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, these are these sulfurous springs. It smelled so much like sulfur there, but you got used to it after about 5 minutes, and like after a while, it actually smelled pretty soothing. I don't know about you, Birdling. I don't know um if you thought it was soothing. Yeah, yeah. They didn't know what was going on because there were no subtitles. Like, where's all subtitles? They're not here. Um, so I'm gonna let you, Birdling. I'm gonna let you talk about the onsen, about your experience, and then I'll go into mine.
Okay. Well, you guys are probably wondering, like, do you just like get naked in front of everybody? And the answer is yes. It is segregated by 2 genders. So like you have the men's and the women's. So you go into the locker room, you'll like take off all your clothes and you'll lock up your valuables. And then you go into the actual hot spring. So what it is they like divert the hot spring water into these usually indoor areas. So first you'll wash off to make sure that you're clean before actually getting in the water that everybody else is in. But after you're washed off, you'll go and get into the bath water, which is it's different depending on which hot spring you're going to, obviously. So they're very mineral rich. They'll like have different looks and smells depending on where the water's coming from. For this particular one, we were indoors in this big like Viking lodge looking thing with like entire trees for rafters. And these beautiful big pools. But yeah, you'll get in the pool, you're soaked for a while. If any of you know me, you know I'll spend like 3 hours in the bathtub, especially in the winter. You can't do that here. It's so hot that you'll like cook yourself. So really after 20 minutes, Like, you'll be done, you'll get out, you'll kind of rinse off again. You don't wash again with soap because you want to make sure that those minerals stay on your skin. Like, your skin will feel incredibly soft with no moisturizer afterwards. But you just like rinse off a little bit, and then you'll go and like put your clothes back on and go out and drink some coffee milk usually. It was great. That was so relaxing. It was so nice. Um, I'm not super body conscious. I understand that, like, yeah, there's the coffee milk. I understand that if you are, it might be like a weird experience at first, but nobody cares. Like, nobody's looking at you. Um, Everyone's just there to relax and do their own thing. It's really nice.
Yeah, it was really cool because like um there one of our people that went, he was very body conscious, and we're just like, yeah, nobody gives a shit. Just go in there. And then he went in there, and everybody, and he was like, wow, this was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. I was like, yeah, especially for me because I couldn't see a fucking thing. I'm not body conscious at all, but I could not see a thing because I didn't have my glasses on because I'm really blind. But yeah, it was really cool. And honestly, like the water isn't that hot. It was about 105 degrees Fahrenheit, which is you know like very comfortable. And when you're done, this place has a second floor to nap. You could just go in up there and take a nap, and then if you want, you just come right back down and take another bath. It was awesome. Did that one allow tattoos? So some of them don't allow tattoos, or if they do, you have to like get a special thing to cover them up. Um, One like the other guy, Asylum, who was with us, he had a couple tattoos, but they knew because he was American, like that it was like totally fine. You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, you're not part of the Yakuza, you're not this or that. So that was all good. But we were hungry after that. And so we decided to go get something to eat at this really, really cool place. Um, yeah, there's Kitty's partner and Byrdling. There's me and Asylum. It was raining outside, so like I'm looking really particularly grody and pale. Um, there's everybody. Now there's everybody. And the food, because we love talking about the food. This was probably one of the better places that we ate. This was Byrdling's first ramen, and boy, did she not fuck around. I mean, yeah, talk to me about this ramen.
I feel like we first have to talk about like the atmosphere. So it's raining outside, and we're on a patio, but we're under this tarp that you can see past us. So like you got that rain sound on the tarp that's super cozy and comforting. And then you can't see, but underneath us is some of the hot spring water. So we've got our shoes off and our socks, obviously, and we're soaking our feet in this hot spring water. And then we order this super cozy, comforting food. I was so sad I couldn't finish it, but like, you've seen ramen plates,
I helped
they're
you.
enormous.
I
Yeah,
helped you eat it. Oh yeah.
you did. A couple of you did. I appreciated that. It was so good. It was so comforting and like soothing, and I that might have been my favorite meal just for the atmosphere.
Yeah, that was a really magical meal. Like there was a you saw in, let me see which picture that was. Like this picture, there's like a little like barrier for like the rain, but yeah, the foot bath was really cool from the hot spring water. The food was really tasty. Like this is like an unagi, um uh a bowl with salmon roe on it, like all these different things. So what this is this is actually excuse me, this is actually miso soup. And what you do is yeah, you get like some of the rice, and you put some of the rice in the bowl, and then you put the miso soup in, and then you like take some of these like different flavorings and herbs and stuff, you put it in there, and then you eat it like that. And there's like a raw egg, which They know how they're unpasteurized eggs, so you can actually eat them raw like that. So fucking delicious. But this is what I got. I got this like charred pork and everything. It was so good. But this was like a little like rinsing for the for your hands. It's obviously like stained from the sulfur of the water, but that's pretty cool. And this place was they had a little like apiary there. There was like all these like cute little shops that were just like so adorable. Um yeah. So they had like this was like what was this one? I think this was like a specific like onsen gift shop. Um there was like a Totoro store, which was really cute. Just like a bunch of Ghibli stuff. A little display over here. There's a Totoro outside watching us. Um, this was cool. So, each hot springs town has like a little mascot on their like manhole covers, and so this one, I thought this was Chun Li, but somebody in a different Discord was like, this isn't Chun Li. So I was like, okay, that's totally fine. I appreciate you telling me that. But you thought that onsen was great? It ain't got shit on this one. So we decided, and we got a little lost on the way, which is totally fine. But we took the long trek down this hill, down this park, in this like wooded area, to probably the best tied with the wedding ceremony of the best thing we did. And we couldn't get enough of the onsen. It was so nice, we had to do it twice. So this is an outdoor onsen in a public park, and like it was actually getting dark as we were going down. Like it was sunset, and by the time we actually got into the onsen, it was pitch black outside. But what made this so special? So first off, you can't like once you're within after a certain barrier, you can't take pictures. So not allowed to take pictures. So you're just gonna have to take my fucking word for it. Um, but this is an outdoor onsen, and this is like, Japan was one thing on my bucket list, but this was another thing on my bucket list, was to like be in an outdoor hot spring. And it was just absolutely awesome. So like, first off, it was like 800 yen to get in, which is like $6 in America. $5, whatever, ridiculous. This one did not have a washroom, so there's that. But there was like a little like pool of water that you kind of like rinse yourself off, and then you get in the hot spring, and you look up, and it's a clear night sky, as far as the eye can see. And then there was like a little platform that you could like lay on, and it was like raining just enough. So like, I'm like, balls naked, laying on a platform, looking at the night sky and kind of like seeing stars, and like having like little bits of like rain sprinkling down on me. And I was like, wow. Like you were like, I'm doing it. Like I'm actually like, yeah. Like what was your experience like at this place?
It was about the same. Um, we also laid on the platform because, like I said, the springs are really hot. Like you can't just stay in them like I do in a bathtub for 3 hours. But when you got up on that little platform, you just had like a little bit of water and then the rain on the other side. And it was beautiful. Like I couldn't see a lot of stars because it was raining, but like you could see the steam and the lights going up into the night. It was beautiful.
I couldn't get enough of this place. So much so that we had to buy our own towel. So we have like a little like souvenir towel. So that was really cool. And so, we had to make the long trek home. That was a long trek, but stopped at a gas station, or not gas station, a convenience store. I thought this was really cute. Paper Mario RPG, really adorable. But you asked me about McDonald's. We got McDonald's. And let me tell you something. I want more Japanese McDonald's. So, before I show you one of the coolest pictures, I got the Chun-Li chicken sandwich. It had like QP mayo and this like ginger soy sauce on it. Out of this world. I got this it's called the Samurai Mac, which is essentially like a quarter pounder, but it had like demi-glace and onions and stuff on it. That was really good. Had a chicken nugget. Not happy that the chicken nugget was the same flavor as regular chicken nuggets. But what did you get, Byrdling, from there?
I think I just got a double cheeseburger. I'm not gonna lie, I was like exhausted this evening. I don't remember a lot. Like the jet lag lasted for about a week. I think I was still a little jet lagged at this point.
Yeah, the jet lag was really brutal. The jet lag was not our friend at all. And I wanted to get a Happy Meal, but I didn't want to, like, be one of those weird guys. But the Japanese love, and I mean fucking love, Tom and Jerry. Like, look how awesome these toys are. My favorite, Waffle Jerry. Look at Waffle Jerry. So cute. I mean, Tom in a bathing suit was pretty sweet. And it's just, yeah. I love that they love Tom and Jerry. I think it's really cool. But, yeah, that's day 9. I had, like, so much going on. So much going on. Got a few more days. Oh, right. So day 10, there were a couple things that happened here. Or a few things. First off, here's the laundromat story. The laundromat was super clean. Super pretty. I loved the laundromat. It was really cute. And what is this? Oh, yeah. Kitty's partner made us lunch. Byrdling learned how to make dumplings. Learned how to make gyoza. And she did a really, really good job at it. They were really delicious. The thing that Kitty loves to eat that she makes is chili. So she made chili, and like, what was cool about it is it tasted like Sloppy Joe's. Like, it had like a Sloppy Joe flavor to it. Did you like the chili?
Yeah, it was really good, and we ate it over rice. I mean, duh, we're in Japan, we're gonna eat over rice, but it was really good. I want to eat our chili here over rice too.
Yeah, I want to do that too. But in this day we went to the Ashikaga Flower Garden. So I don't know if you all know this, but the Japanese love Christmas. Like, they love Christmas. So they had a bunch of Christmas decor, which I didn't take a lot of pictures of. But if there's two animals that the Japanese love, are frogs and cats. And they had like a whole frog section, which was super duper adorable. And then just like little flower things here. I had like a Monster Hunter, or a Dragon Quest area right here with all these different slimes. They were really cute. And then we get to the flower garden. The flower garden is just beautiful. It's just very vibrant. Very lit. Just Christmas. Christmas is here. Yay, Christmas. Consumerism. They don't even think it like that. Like, Christmas in Japan is like a couple's holiday. So it's more like, for that kind of thing. But the flower garden is really beautiful. And like in Ashikaga, this is actually the main attraction of the town is its flower garden. Just a lot of beautiful scenery. This was really cool. This was like a light show that they made under like a tree, and it just very vibrant. Just has like music to it. It's really cool. There we are. My Tetris Attack jacket. They had a couple of like specific Christmas theme. Like they had like these poinsettia like installations on a lake. That was really cool. They had a bee. Bees just floating around. I love this picture because there's Kitty and his partner. By the way, Kitty's partner, her sweater game, unreal, unparalleled. I mean, my coworker at work might give them a run for their money, but I mean, look at that. That's polar bear on a sweater. I mean, ooh, what happened there? There we go. Yeah, just really, really pretty. And of course, they can't help themselves with mascots. So there's a mascot for the flower garden this year. So very nice. And because I can't leave well enough alone, and because Byrdling also can't leave well enough alone, we went to another buffet. And this time it was Neapolitan style pizza. Yeah, what did you think about? What did you think about the flower garden, and what did you think about the pizza place?
The flower garden was really pretty. So that wisteria tree that you saw with the lights hanging down, it was actually only two trees that covered maybe like half a city block between the two of them. Like they were so old, you couldn't fit your arms around the trunk. And they were so vast that they had to put up trellises to like support the branches because they were so big. It was beautiful. And again, I was exhausted for dinner, but the pizza was really, really good.
Yeah, I ate myself stupid again. Like, they're basically like green mean like their cards on the table. Green means go, red means stop. They just came by and they're like, "Here's this pizza," and we're like, "Okay." Here's this pizza, okay, and it just like kept going on and on and on. So this was like prosciutto that they gave you, just cause, I guess. Um, our one of our friends got pasta. He just decided he wanted pasta as well. So we had this like gigantic thing of like lobster and crab pasta. Unbelievable. And I was completely sick by the end of it because I just kept eating pizza. I had like dessert pizza, which I'm not a fan of. I'm like, dessert pizza, no, I'm okay. Um, but yeah, just ate myself stupid. It was great. That's day 10. We're getting close to the end of the show. Um, this was a sad day. This was a sad day because our friend Asylum, this was his last day. And we said goodbye to him as we went to Narita Airport on the way there. My friend was very, very excited and wanted Shake Shack. So we got Shake Shack. And, I was okay. When people are like, "Oh, did you miss American food?" I'm like, okay, I had American food, and this does taste like actual Shake Shack. And I was like, you know what? I don't need this. I could live without it. You know what I mean? Like Byrdling, like you know, you're like I could live without this American style food. You know what I mean?
No, I get how Kitty is missing it. Like I'm a slut for some bacon cheeseburgers. I don't think I could give that up. But the quality of the food and the price of the food, like it was so good and so low price that I don't think I would miss it that much, you know? I don't think I would miss American food that much.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Um, and we got to say goodbye to Asylum. Goodbye, Asylum. It was sad. Um, but on the way back, we drove by the tallest Buddha statue in the entire world. Look how tall that thing is. Even it's so tall, it even has a little thing on it so that people don't run into it. I don't remember why they built it, when it was built, or anything like that, but I just found that fascinating. There's like, yeah, here's a gigantic Buddha statue. Why not? Who cares, right? Um, so we were pretty sad, and we needed to have some food to you know, what get this sadness out of our minds. So we went not with Charlie. We went and got some bar food, and the bar food was really really good. Of course, no meal in Japan is a meal with Kitty's partner without French fries. These were really good. Um, this was some kind of fish that they had mayonnaise for. Um, these were they cheese croquettes. Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I no, I think you're right. They're like fried cheese dumpling thingies.
Okay. Um, these were like fish cakes that were really good. I just took like a couple pictures of like, you know, the bar inside. I just love the posters in these places. Um, really really cool. Um, there were like scrambled eggs with like frankfurters and ketchup, but one of the best things I had, these chicken wings. If Conch is still here, I don't know if Conch is still here, but I'm telling you what, these fucking chicken wings on par with the ale. Oh my god, they were so fucking delicious. Um, I dipped them in mayonnaise, and it was like I had unlocked a cheat code for Kitty and his partner. I was like, yeah, you should dip these in mayonnaise. It makes them so good, and they were like, oh my god, what? Um, super crispy, super tasty, and again, everything was fucking dirt cheap. Like I say that, I say that because it's like it is dirt cheap for us. Do you know what I mean? It's like at the time that we went over there, um, the like $1 was 160 yen. It's like yeah, so that meant that for every dollar we had, it was $1.60 for them. So like we basically were able to pay for almost every meal, like for everybody, and like it not phase us at all, just because like yeah, like the chicken or the chicken, um, the food or the food. My God, the the prices were so cheap. Like we got like so much food here, and it was like I think it cost us like $40, and we each had two beers and all this shit, and yeah, like were you like Bird? Were you surprised at how strong the dollar was?
I was. I Okay, don't get me wrong. It is expensive. It is fucking expensive to fly to Japan. I don't want to understate that. But once you get there, you can eat and stay and like entertain yourself really, really cheaply right now, the way the dollar is.
Yeah. And another reason why I love Japan, they have a hard and fast stance against drinking and driving. Um, my friend Kenny told me, he was like, yeah, there is a zero tolerance policy. Like, if you drive and they blow you and you like blow any alcohol, your ass is in jail. Your license gets taken away from you. Like, all this stuff. So I guess in the past they did have it, you know, like alcohol limits, like in America, But I guess there was a drunk driver that hit and killed a student, and Japanese legislature was like, "Yeah, no talking. We're not doing this anymore. Fuck this. This isn't happening." So now it's like, yeah, if you have one drop of alcohol on you and we catch you, like, your ass is grass. Like, you're like gone. And I wish America could take that stance on those kinds of things. I guess not, right?
Yeah, like everybody acts like Japan has this really laissez-faire attitude to alcohol, and there's the argument to be made for that. Like, you can drink on the streets, you can be drunk on the streets if you're walking, but I don't think anybody would argue that that isn't better than us here, where you can't drink on the streets if you're walking, but people drive drunk, let's be honest, all the time. Like, it makes a lot less sense.
Yeah. So, we got in a taxi and we drove to the Guitarist Bar. This is a really cool print. No idea what's going on. I guess she's a spirit. But I always thought this was cool. I love taking a picture of it. And here's the bar. Yeah, not quite what you were expecting, right? Super chill. Super is just really nice. Once again, the people there, fucking amazing, fucking great. We're all there just eating Pocky and eating these like smoked potato chips. That was like the theme of this place, was that a lot of stuff was like smoked. Very, very good. And then we got tacos. Tacos were really good. The tacos were really, really good. Were these? Well, this was the sweet potato, right?
No, well, they do eat a lot of sweet potato there. I think that was a dessert with ice cream. But I think we forgot to talk about how Kitty made friends with a local sweet potato vendor with like a little sweet potato cart. And he paid that person to come to the after party and serve us all hot sweet potatoes on that cold night. It was so like comforting and warm and like wonderful.
Yeah, you ate the entire thing, like skin and all. It was just, yeah, I couldn't finish it because it was so hearty, but also so just like insanely tasty. Um, yeah, it was just great. And then we got a taxi back. Oh, right, at this place, Kitty told me, so me and Kitty's favorite liquor is Captain Morgan Private Stock. And I don't know how he was able to get it in Japan, like how they were able to find it, but he mixes private stock with ginger beer, and now that's my new favorite mixed drink. And so we've got ginger beer here, and I've got a whole, somewhere in this office, I have a whole big ass thing of private stock. Yeah, it's delicious. It's really, really good. But yeah, that's day 11. We don't have very many days left, so I guess we're gonna get into it. Um, this was also a great day. Um, let me see. So this was round 2 of Komeda Coffee. So we actually went for breakfast, and um, they give you this like giant piece of toast that they make in house, and it's this like, what is that? What, like, Byrdling, what is that schmutz that's right there?
It's a like sweet red bean paste, so kind of like jam.
Yeah, and it was really, really good. But was this the day that, yeah. Um I had a lot of good things, right? Just, Japan was amazing. Um this was the best thing I had. This was better than the grilled meat. This was better than the steak I had day 1. This was better than the sushi. This is Komeda Coffee's curry katsu sando. Um, it had a really rich curry sauce at the bottom with the lettuce and the mayonnaise. Deep fried katsu cutlet on like their really fluffy bread. And I took one bite of this sandwich and I couldn't hear anything. I was gone. Okay? Like, I can't even describe it. It was like the savoriness of the mayonnaise, the sweetness the of the curry sauce, and then like the juiciness and the crunchiness of the katsu. I I went to another plane of existence. Like I was just gone. I was gone. I couldn't hear anything for like at least 2 minutes. I don't know what they were talking about. They were probably making fun of me for just like going into space. But yeah, it was unreal. It was unfucking real. Yeah, just couldn't believe it. And then here's some pizza toast. Look at that sweater game again. Impeccable sweater game. Like, so good. Um, but we've got one more hot spring to hit up, and so after saying goodbye to Charlie, we went to Ikaho, which is another hot spring town, and there's 365 steps all the way up to the shrine at the top of the hill. Um, and of course, I'm gonna get some nice pictures here. I look like a dork. I still look like a dork. I'm a dork. Um, it's okay. There was a little like cute shrine with a bunch of rubber duckies at it. I think it was like an old mine shaft, but don't quote me on that. Um, of course. Oh, so uh, Kitty's partner was very, very excited to get these. This was the only food that I had that I couldn't eat. What was this, Byrdling? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember what it was. It was like it was hot. It was a gelatin, like a firm gelatin, I don't know, substance, and it was savory. I got half of one down. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Like, the texture was off, the taste was off, and like I had to spit it out. Like, I was like gagging. I thought it tasted so bad. And I felt bad cuz I was like, like when in Rome type shit. But I just couldn't I just couldn't finish it. I just could not get it down. It was so, I don't know how else to describe it. It was just off for me. Yeah. Um, we wanted to go to another hot spring because, of course, we did. This one is styled off of the one in Spirited Away, or so they tell us. But it didn't open until 3 o'clock. So I guess we have to dirtle around, which is totally fine. Let's see. This was the initial D manhole cover to commemorate this particular onsen town, so that's cool. But at the top of the stairs was the shrine, and it felt really heavy up there. Not just because I just walked 365 steps to get to it, but you could just feel like the spiritual energy in the place. Wouldn't you say, Bird?
I mean, I feel that everywhere, but I was really excited that you knew what I was talking about. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, it was like you. So what happened? So what it is you get up to the main shrine, and you get like a 5 yen coin, and you go up there. You basically go in pairs or go by yourself. Um, and once you get up there, you clap twice, or you bow twice, clap twice, right?
Something like that.
You either bow twice first or clap twice first, and then you do the other one, and then you clap your hands, and then you don't pray for yourself. You pray for like other people's like well-being and health and all that, and you pray for everything to be fine and the world to be okay, and then excuse me, um, right here there's a little fortune box where you get like your fortune, um, and you try to get like something good, a kichi, daikichi, something like that. And then what you do is you go to this little area and you tie it off. And I think sometime like the people who run the shrine will like burn the entire like tree, like the wish tree and like the fortune tree, and it's said to like release all the bad stuff. And yeah, but of course there's a couple frogs, looking after the shrine, because of course there are. The frogs are super cute. Um, there's a delicious gelato place where I got some matcha ice cream. I love matcha anything. It's one of my favorite tastes. It's so good. This was like wrapped in pancakes, and again, was not sweet. Was not overly sweet. Loved everything about that. Byrdling, of course, loved everything about this beer. Look, with 3 exclamation marks. Um, Sadly, I didn't get a picture of it, but down the way there was a taco stand. Um, those tacos were fire, weren't they?
They were really good. Like any of you that came to Pit Pot in New Mexico probably wouldn't be impressed, but for tacos in Japan in a random ass town up like 200 steps and like towards a shrine in a tiny side street place, it was great. It was so good.
Yeah, just like completely hit the spot. Was like everything that you needed. Um, and of course, the place was really cool because he was playing like MC Hammer, TLC, like a lot of American music. I was like, oh, I know that one. And the guy was like really, really kind. And I was like, yeah, 650 for a taco, like 650 yen for a taco. Yeah. Yeah, and I was over here thinking, I'm like, oh, I can totally eat like 3 of these, and I take a look at like how big one of them was, and I was like, okay, I guess I need to slow my roll a little bit. I don't think I can eat that many. But hold on. But we ended up going into the the third hot spring. I didn't get any pictures of it because you can only take a picture of the exterior. You can't take a picture of the interior. But it was my first and only bad experience with like a local. Um, so real talk. I was a little overwhelmed at the day. Like the spiritual energy was around. There was a lot going on. So like we go to this hot spring and like we get in there and I can't see because I don't have my glasses on. And like at this point, since I've been to a hot spring that has a washroom and one that doesn't, I can't, like, this one was really steamy. So I didn't know if there was a washroom or not. I couldn't see. And I'm about to get into the bath and all of a sudden I don't hear much, but I hear da 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 yado. And I don't know if anybody knows Japanese, but yado basically means like asshole in Japanese. And so I'm like, I hear that and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like not having a good time anymore because this like dick is like, like making me feel bad for like not being able to see. But he doesn't know that I can't see. But I just like I felt really horrible about it, and I'm like, it wasn't entirely my fault, but like I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what yado means, but I didn't let it ruin my time. It was all good. But yeah, cute memorabilia pictures outside of this place. It was really cool. We ended up going to this Hawaiian restaurant during this time, and this was like some kind of like chicken. There's like garlic shrimp. What was the pizza? Oh my god. What did the pizza have on it? It was like it's pineapple. What was it? Pineapple, summer sausage, and what else was on it?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a memory of this day past walking out of the onsen.
Damn. Oh yeah, I forgot another story. I'll tell you this. Yeah. No, I remember what it was. It was pineapple, summer sausage, and jalapenos. Yeah, fucking delicious. Um, yeah. Oh my god. That was really good. I remember that now. But what I also remember is I had to go to the bathroom before. I had to go to the bathroom before, and so little fun fact for those of you that don't know. Once you get out to a certain spot in like the countryside, um, remember how I talked about those creature comforts earlier? Yeah. And in this Ikaho, they did not have a regular toilet. You actually had to like, it was a squatty potty, and yeah, that was not a good time, but I did it, and so I can cross that off my bucket list. That's the end of day 12. We got a couple more days. I know this has been a long show. Seriously, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's been really, really great. We don't have too many more stories. But again, thank you everyone. This will go on YouTube as well, so if you didn't catch it or wanted to see something from here, you can watch it, let us know. But we went to Komeda Coffee for the last time. This was our final full day here in Japan, and we were starting to feel really, really tired, and we were starting to feel like starting to feel everything. Did you mess it up? What did I mess up? Um, oh, the
I think you're
bathroom?
talking about the
Bathroom?
squatting potty.
No, I didn't. So there was like an actual handle that I could hang off of, and Byrdling did something very, very kind, which she gave me a wipe, which I had for like a very long time in my sweater pocket. And then like I was like, oh my god, I have a wipe. Oh wow, this is amazing. And so I was able to use the wipe, and I really appreciate her for that. But Komeda Coffee, this is the final time we went. I love this place. Um, Apparently Charlie has insurance. That's amazing. And cat insurance. He's like he has a driver's license and everything. Um, I love melon soda so much. Komeda Coffee. This is one. This is what they're famous for. One of their drinks. This is This is Komeda. This is a melon soda with ice cream, and I had this in the morning, and it was so fucking delicious. It was so good. Did you? I gave you a taste of this. What did you think of it?
It was really good. I mean, it was ice cream for breakfast, which is not my norm, but it was really good.
Yeah, really, really tasty. And then I got what Katie usually gets, which is the fish sandwich. The fish sandwich was really good, but yeah, didn't beat that katsu. Did not beat that. Um, and of course, here's Charlie again. Look at Charlie. Look how great he is. Um, but there was one meal that I really wanted to have that I didn't have yet. We went to a ramen shop, and I've got to check ramen off of my bucket list, and this was unreal. It was so good. I ate this ramen so fast. Byrdling will tell you, I ate it so fast.
I was impressed. I was exhausted by this point, but beef was still going, still killing the ramen.
Yeah, I like drank the broth and everything. It was amazing. Um, and then after that, we went to I didn't get any pictures of it, but we went to this place called Book Off. So I don't know if there's any analogs that you all have like in parts where you're at, but Book Off is essentially like a secondhand store for like books, video games, stuff like that. Um, if you'll allow me, let me see if I can. Give me a second here. Where I have a picture of the haul that I got. It's not in my album. Okay. Here, let me see if I can do this pretty well. Okay. But yeah, so like just amazing haul that I got. So like Mario Party, Mario 64, Mickey's Magic Tetris Challenge, I think DKC 2, Super Metroid, Star Fox, Super Street Fighter 2, F-Zero, Final Fantasy 5 and 6, Chrono Trigger, and then Pokemon Puzzle Challenge and Dr. Mario and Panel de Pon. Those were all games that I got at Book Off. And it was like I got all of those games for $200 US. Like you can't even. Do you know what I mean? Like that's just unreal. That's just like you can't even imagine. You can't even imagine like how much that would cost in the States to get all that shit. But it was just so cheap. And all in box and all in really good condition. So yeah, like honestly, I felt like I got a little fleeced in Akihabara with the games that I got. Even though I was able to find a copy of Panel de Pon over there, it was still, like $23. But yeah, I'm sure if I found it at a book off, it probably would have been like 10. I mean, the Super Metroid was the most expensive game that I bought, and it was about $45. But still, they had like Super Famicoms in box at the book off. Um, all kinds of games, all different kinds of books, all different kinds of like anime figurines. Um, just a bunch of random stuff. What was your take on book off, Bird?
I don't think I have. I don't get into that stuff as much as you do. I did find a Tears of the Kingdom Switch cover, so obviously I got that. But there's just a huge amount of stuff. Like, I guess you could compare it to going to half price books. Like, you'll have like maybe the tiniest section of like games and records and like figurines. Like, multiply that tiny section by like 50 and then cut the price in half, and you have book off, is what I thought it looked like to me.
Accurate assessment. Accurate assessment. Um, if you know, you know. This is hilarious. That's what these diapers are called. We'll move on. Um, but this was our last dinner. It was another like sushi place that serves stuff on conveyor belts. It was right near our friend's our friend's apartment. Which shout outs to the apartment. That's really cool. Like people live in apartments and it's not like looked down upon like it is here. It's like, oh, you live in an apartment in the United States. Like, what are you, poor? But like in Japan, like living in apartments is kind of the norm. Like having a house is seen as like weird, which I actually didn't know. Like I thought that like I was asking, our friend. I was like, hey, are you gonna get a house? And he's like, probably not because like houses depreciate so quickly versus like in America where like houses are looked at as an asset. So it's just like a difference of like how they view everything. What was your take on that?
I don't think I got into that discussion a lot, but I do like how they completely normalize apartment living. Um, like even getting a house in the States, like they say it's an appreciating asset, but it's a huge commitment for like 30 years. And the difference is also that their rent is totally different. Like the most expensive rent in the city that we were staying at, Chicago, was like $900. Like that was the absolute top of the top. A lot of people are renting apartments for like $400 or $500, which is totally doable. And you think about how like you don't have the responsibility of upkeeping a property, you don't have to worry about property prices, you don't have to worry about property taxes. Like it makes a lot of sense. The way that we do living situations in apartments and houses here does not make sense like that to me.
Yeah, and that's 400 to 500 in their dollars. Like it's cheaper. Like it's cheaper for us. Like if we were like bringing all of our money, it's like that would be like what? Are you like $350 a month for an apartment? Like every month. That's just wild. So, what other pictures do I have left? Just some random cat I found, and this cat, so adorable. But all good things must come to an end. So we said goodbye to our hotel room. Goodbye room. And we said goodbye to the gang. We were the last ones in our group to leave. And yeah, we made the long, long journey home. Um, Was very thankful that the trip was only 9.5 hours instead of 13 and a half. But what really blew was that we had an 8 hour layover because we got to Minneapolis St. Paul early. So after eating a meal that was $85 for like, I had what, a chicken sandwich and fries, and you had, would you have like tacos and refried beans?
Yeah.
And we had these two beverages, $85. Like $85 could feed like paid for like 3 dinners for 4 people. You know what I mean? Just nuts. Um but yeah, we the 8 hour layover was so brutal. Had to sleep on the floor. We were so jet lagged. We did not care. Um this is us at the bar, and this is Tyler the creator saying hello to us and looking so stylish. And we finally made it home. And I really want to go back. Um, the hotel stay was cheap because the hotel gave us like the wedding rate for all 9 nights. So we ended up getting like our hotel for like um just so cheap. It was just amazing. Um yeah, I miss everything about it. Oh, ask me anything. How many sexual shops did you pass by in Japan? Um So those kinds of shops are very normalized over there. When I was in Akihabara, I went. There was this like anime DVD and like figurine store on like the first floor, but then it was like floors 2 and 3 DVD 18 and over, and I was like, okay, I'll go in there, and there's like people in there shopping, and there were like paraphernalia. There were like DVDs there. I could go into deeper detail, like not on like the family side of the show, um, but it's kind of normalized. Like there was like in Ashikaga, there was a big building that just said DVDs, blah. You know what I mean? And it was like it's very clear what's going on in there. Um, but I guess what I'm trying to say is it didn't seem as maligned as it would be here, where like you would go to like a specialty shop like that and people like kind of snicker at you and like make fun of you. It's just like, no, these people are just going in here and you know doing the thing. And yeah, so I went in there. I didn't buy anything. It was an interesting experience. Like nobody like gave me looks. It just was what it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this window. So, Byrdling, why don't you sum up the trip in your eyes?
Um, I guess first I want to just address that like our style of travel is super laid back. Um, like some of our friends that have been to Japan, they're like, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, and we're just like, eh. Um, we're just very laid back. You don't have to travel like we travel. You could have a laundry list of things to do and check it all off and be super happy, and that's great. Like you don't have to do like the super chill, very down days that we do. But even with those down days, it was really exhausting, especially with the jet lag. Um, I guess I wish I'd been a little more emotionally prepared for that. But I feel like we did go with the flow pretty well. We had a ton of good food, a ton of good experiences, and we like left room for just random new connections, um, which I feel like paid off. Like connecting with Kitty's friends and like the people that he knew in Ashikaga, and just like random strangers that were super kind for absolutely no reason. So yeah, I think it was a success. Oh, hang on, I've got an alarm going off for my meds. I'll be right back.
But yeah, like I'll kind of, like dovetail it here. Yeah, it was truly a life-changing experience. I was just a foreign guy in a foreign world. Um one of my coworkers like on my team said it best. He was like, like when you see it like where you watch anime or you watch like documentaries or you watch like PBS shows, like public programming stuff. Japan is always like looked at as this like fairy tale place that's like mythical and it's like clouded and it's mysterious, you know. And some of that is true, like there is a novelty to like something that's new and you've never seen before. But Kitty just summed it up best. He goes, the thing that people don't understand about Japan is that they're all just working stiffs just like us. They all go to work. They all make money. They all gotta pay their bills. They all gotta live. They just speak a different language. And it's like, to me, like that completely sums up like the human experience. It's like we're all just doing the same shit. We're all just saying it in a different way. Or we're all just engaging it in a different way. And if you have reservations about going to Japan, I hope you don't. Having said that, current prime minister, you know, kind of anti foreigner, allegedly. So we'll see how that goes. But honestly, like if you're able to go, there's no better time to go than now. Like the dollar is really strong. Um, it's just people are really like welcoming in places, and I want to go back. You know what I mean? I want to go back. What more is there to say? So yeah, that was a really good show, don't you think?
Yeah, if we go back, I hope we stay in an onsen town. I just want to be in a bath like 3 times a day. But
Shocker.
if anyone has any questions specifically, like feel free to ask now or later.
Or now and later. So yeah, we're just wrapping up the show right now. So to kind of give you kind of like what's going on um for the foreseeable future. This was kind of for me and for Byrdling kind of like our season finale of Byrdling and the Beef. Um because there's a world record grind that I'm about to go on. And Byrdling has a new gaming PC, so who's to say that she won't stream and play Stardew Valley? Who's to say? But that's her call. But we've also got an anime club in the Gremlin Pit. We're gonna be doing Cowboy Bebop Session 2, so that's gonna be episodes 8 through 13. We're gonna be having that this Saturday at 7 p.m. So if you're not part of the Gremlin Pit, hit me up and I can get you a link in the Discord. And we'll be watching Bebop. And when's the next season starting of Byrdling and the Beef? Honestly, I don't know. I'm very committed to this world record grind. Byrdling has a new Lord of the Rings class that they're about to start. We might have another episode before the end of the year, maybe. Who's to say? I mean, because I've loved, like what we've done. We played the Two Towers, which wasn't great, but we went through Ape Escape. What else did we do? There might have been something else we did. I don't remember. I'm asking you.
Oh, I think that was about it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't remember, but yeah, it's just been like a fun time with you, and yeah. But this world record grind is something that I feel that I need to do, and I feel that I need to get accomplished. So, I mean, there might be some days where she might be in here while I grind, and she's like playing something on her Switch. Who's to say? But expect to see more Byrdling in the beef probably next year, if I get this world record and get off of being so laser focused on Tetris Attack. But as for me, I'm gonna be starting my starting the grind. I'm gonna start playing more V hard and getting ready to defend my 3 open titles, defend my Player of the Year title, get ready for the World Championship. So it's gonna be a big next half of the year for me. So I hope you're there for all of it. There will be new series to watch for the anime club. So again, if you're not part of the anime club, then you don't get to you don't get to choose what's coming next. So you definitely want to be part of that. But as for this, you got any final thoughts?
No, thank you for hanging out, everybody, and listening to us talk about our trip.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, let me give me just a second here. Why did that show up? There we go. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, thank you to everybody who came out yesterday for the Warriors Woods run that I Like Being Smart did and I commentated on. Thank you so much. We raised some money for Autistic Women and Neurodiversity Network. So thank you to everyone who contributed to that. But let's see. Let me look at one last thing. I'm so sorry. Do. Let's go here. No. Okay. Looks like there's no one playing panel tonight. But that's okay. So we'll just go ahead and we'll cut it off here. So, let's see. I think our game we ended up raising about $600, and the 2-day marathon raised about a little over 7,000 for the network. So that was really awesome. So we'll go ahead and we'll cut it off here. So thank you, Byrdling, and for Byrdling. I'm Beefin314. I'm Beef, whatever you want to fucking call me. And we'll see you all next time. So take it easy, everyone. Bye-bye.